downhill running. Your muscles are screaming, "Bhaiya, stop karo. क्यों भाग रहे हो इतना fast?" Because you are going against the gravity. Your muscles have no control over you. When you are running uphill, so what you do when you run uphill, sprint करो, थोड़ा walk करो, sprint करो, you reach the top of the hill very, proficiently. But when you are coming in a downhill, who has run Satara? How many people we have seen getting injured in downhill? वो डाउनहिल देखते हैं, अरे यार मेरे को तो बस कंप्लीट करना है, they just put their feet done after 5 minutes hamstring gets pulled, muscle gets pulled. Why? But because downhill is same like a plane landing, it has to come slow, so when it lands it has to come, it cannot come like this. So हम जब भी भागते हैं downhill, our feet should be very slow, steady running rather than putting pressure on muscles, because muscle is not allowing you to run. It's a muscle, इज अलाउइंग यू टू होल्ड, बट हम ब्रेक नहीं मारने दे रहे उसको. हम उसको बोल रहे हैं भैया मैं तो अपने को 2 घंटे में करना है, आई वांट टू फिनिश ऑफ. मैक्सिमम इंजरीज इन सतारा हैपन इन डाउनहिल, एंड लास्ट ईयर ऑल्सो मोर देन आई थिंक 12 और 13% DNF हुए थे इन डाउनहिल ओनली. अपील कर लेते हैं, डाउनहिल जाके फंस जाते हैं. सो बी वेरी केयर. दीज आर स्मॉल थिंग्स, वेरी साइंटिफिक. आई एम टॉकिंग ऑफ रनिंग बिकॉज आप लोग लेजेंड्स हो, बट जस्ट टू पुट अ थॉट अक्रॉस. या सबसे बात, when you actually finish your run, okay, lot of people sprint, happiness में sprint कर दिया, and after the sprint they go into a शारीरिक pose. I finish the run, mat के आने के बाद ऐसे पोज देंगे, ये करेंगे. Ultimately it is very wrong, because you should never stop immediately after crossing the finish line with your heart rate at 160. If you are sprinting, if you are doing a normal run, fair enough. If you are sprinting fast, last 100 meters के जोश के साथ मेरा फोटो आएगा, मेरा ये आएगा, मुझे शाहरुख स्टाइल फोटो मारना है, you will actually end up having a major problem. Lot of things have happened. Even in Vadodara now 2 months back, there was a run. The runner ran 21K, very great speed. He just went there, did some pose and he collapsed. The reason being because आपकी हार्ट रेट इतनी एलिवेटेड रहती है, उसको आप सडनली आके ब्रेक कर देते हो. योर हार्ट रेट जस्ट, योर BP इज लो, योर हार्ट रेट इज अप. रिमेंबर दीज आर साइंटिफिक थिंग्स. जस्ट गो एंड स्क्रूज योर बॉडी. प्लीज बी वेरी केयरफुल. इंस्टेड ऑफ दैट, इवन इन योर प्रैक्टिस रन्स व्हेन यू आर कंप्लीटिंग, थोड़ा वॉक कीजिए प्लीज. वेरी केयरफुल. यू शुड वॉक आफ्टर कंप्लीशन, इवन इन योर प्रैक्टिस रन, राइट. सो दीज आर फ्यू थिंग्स विच आई हैव नोटिस्ड. मेरे सामने केसेस हुए हैं, मैंने BNP में रन किया तो मैंने सामने एक रनर को कोलैप्स होते हुए देखा है, एंड आई फील बैड बिकॉज ही वॉज नॉट ब्रीदिंग प्रॉपरली, एंड वी टोल्ड हिम कि आप ब्रीथ नहीं कर रहे हो. नहीं सर, मेरे को प्रैक्टिस है. सो दिस इज अनदर ईगो प्रॉब्लम इन रनर्स. यार मैं तो कर सकता हूँ, मैं कर सकती हूँ, विच इज़ रॉन्ग. If you are having any problem, do scientifically everything. Don't run too fast when you start. Also when you end, take a breathe out. Walk कीजिए. Even when I practice runs, I walk for about 500 meters, then I shut my watch. Does it make any difference for your timing? Okay, so this is where a few things I have thought you people are experts. Now, so cardiovascular endurance is something which all you are doing, right? Does walking come into cardiovascular endurance? I want to ask a lot of people. Walking comes into, why should a walking be taken into this cardiovascular thing? How much? Yeah. So actually, scientifically, walking is not an exercise. Walking is an activity. आप टूथब्रश करते हो, and I'll prove it to you here. I can call some volunteers and prove it to you why walking is not an exercise. 2 things. Walking आपकी endurance बढ़ाती है. It increases your heart rate to some extent, not to a high rate. Yeah, when you don't increase your heart to a high rate, your lower heart rate doesn't come to that level. So you end up having same thing. Also, major thing, you don't activate your lower body muscle. That's the key reason walking can never be called as an exercise. It's a good thing. I'm not saying कि walking मत कीजिए, but walking cannot be classified as a, if you have injuries, योगेंद्र सर को कुछ प्रयास को इंजुरी है, then I mean I also walk, but it is not an exercise, believe me. And we will go scientifically and understand how muscles come into the effect. What is the effect of a muscle when you walk? So can somebody come and just 2 minutes ke liye walk in? Can somebody, anybody can come and walk? Amisha, you come. Yeah. She's a doctor, Amisha, doctor herself. You just walk. Just walk. Now see her body weight, she's walking, right? Very nice walk, everything. Take out of her. This is all science, it is not music. Now, Amisha, if you were to run, how would you run? Yeah, please run. There it is. Now she is activating her lower body muscles. One more time. There. This is the activation of lower body muscles, because when you are running either on toe or heel, so if I am running like this, right, I am putting a stress on my toe, my soleus gets activated. How many of you know soleus muscle? Doctors will know that. Soleus muscle is your second heart. Okay, that is another science proven thing in front of it. Thirdly, आपके जितने मसल्स हैं आर योर बैक मसल्स एंड योर लोअर बैक मसल्स. 68% ऑफ योर बॉडी मसल्स आर फ्रॉम हियर टू हियर. ये बाइसेप ट्राइसेप सिर्फ एस्थेटिक लुक देती है आपको. इट हैज नो, यस इट गिव्स अ वैल्यू, आई एम नॉट सेइंग डजंट गिव अ वैल्यू, बट ये बाइसेप ट्राइसेप आप देखते हो एक्टर्स को, टेक्निकली हैज नो मीनिंग. योर मेजर साइंस इज बैक एंड योर लोअर बॉडी मसल्स. What happens as a runner? When you are running, all your blood goes into your legs, right? And that is why I'm saying walking doesn't activate. Now, how to upgrade this? So Nina, आप आइए please. She's my cousin. She walks a lot. 10 किलोमीटर वॉक करते हो मीना? 10 किलोमीटर वॉक करते हो? Okay, wait. She walks a lot. I know that. Now, suppose, okay, I am walking like this. Now a normal housewife, not a runner, and in between I just run like, do like this and walk again, do like this and walk again. Please कीजिए, थोड़ा सा टो पे जाइए, कुछ नहीं होगा, just walk and टो पे जाइए, yeah, टो पे जाइए. Now you are activating your soleus muscle. When you are on toe, how do you do calf raises? Calf raises कैसे करते हैं? टो पे जाते हैं. That is activating your soleus and your glute muscles. What does the glute muscle do? Right? Up से रुकिए एक मिनट. Now sit. Which muscle is getting activated? Get up. Glute. I am walking. Glute. I am sitting. Glute. Right? I am walking, carrying a bag. Glute. Glute is powerhouse. Beautiful word. Powerhouse. Glute is आपका powerhouse है. If you have to activate, next time जो भी walk करता है, my request is nothing will happen. कुछ नहीं होगा. अगर आपको मेडिकल प्रॉब्लम भी है, डायबिटीज भी है, अगर आप वॉक करते हो, जस्ट 2 on toes, वॉक 2 on toes, एंड यू कैन ऑल्सो डू विथ केरला व्हेन डेमोन्स्ट्रेट इन योर सिटिंग इन योर हाउस. आप घर पे भी कर सकते हो उसको, राइट? बट प्लीज एंश्योर दैट यू इन्वोक योर सोलस मसल एंड ग्लूटस मसल. इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. As I said, this is going from your back of your back muscle, back of your knee right in the shin. Soleus is the second strongest muscle after heart. How it helps you? When you walk, when you run, the blood flows back into your legs. It pushes up the blood back to your heart. Okay? अभी एक हो सकता है कि एक चीज हम कर सकते हैं कि आफ्टर दैट हम एक्सटेंड कर लें, हमारा ब्लड फ्लो जाएगा. How many of you can do that? Right? So better way is to invoke your, that is why